And you know what the scariest thing about the Epstein files is? It's the fact that me and you can't do shit. They literally ate babies on the files. It's there. It's there for you to see. The feces inside the baby's intestines. No punishment. You know how crazy that is? That 3 million files have been dropped, yet not one arrest has been done? Our own president is telling us again and again to move on from the files. How are we supposed to move on from something like this when we know there's 3 million files left? And the worst part about everything I just said is the fact that we're going to talk about these files for a week and then forget everything until they drop the next batch. And then forget everything. Why? Because nothing will ever happen. They are dropping these files to continue to desensitize us. We're not learning shit. We're not stopping shit. No one's getting arrested. No one's paying for their punishments. They committed rituals, ate babies, touched kids, and nothing will happen. You know what the scariest thing?
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem Arakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Muslim that rule well, and peace and salutations to you hopeful elect Akim, pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth, waking up the rest of the elect so Yahawashi can return and save us up on out of this wicked world, man. This wicked kingdom. All right. Quick lesson, man. Quick lesson. As you see in the TikTok, man. Yeah. You know, that's what these people, you everyday people, should be thinking about, man, and realizing that you can't do shit. All right. You ain't gonna do shit. You can't do shit about this, man. You know. All right, because these elites, these higher ups, these high political people, man. All right. They got the authority, man. Okay. They got the power over you, man. All right. They dictate your life. You know, they pass the laws, all right, in this world, in this country that you live in. Okay. You don't decide nothing, man. Okay. All right, this ain't freaking the 1900s and 1800s, okay? All right, or where your vote actually mattered, you know. This ain't the land of the free, the land of, you know, of the people. All right, the people's voice, vote, no, man. All right, not no more. It probably was back then, you know, but not no more, man, you know. All right, your vote don't matter, man, okay? And you can't do nothing about it. You're an everyday civilian. All right. Most of these Americans don't have guns. And even if they did, they can't do nothing against the United States military coming down upon you with great wrath. Hey, the ICE, these ICE detainees, all right, these ICE officials, okay, they got immunity, all right, to do what the hell they want. Okay, they take orders from Trump and these political elites. Okay, Trump takes orders from elites. Okay, higher ups than them. You know. All right, and the Epstein files, it ain't the only, you know, the only stuff going on, man. Okay. You know, Epstein wasn't the only one. You know, there's worse stuff even going on to this day, man, that we don't know about in the dark web, you know, the things done in darkness and in secret. All right. Kids are still going to go missing, man. All right. All right. Because we all know about adrenochrome and whatnot. All right. I forgot the scientific term for it. And this is still going to keep going on. Wickedness is going to still continue on, you know, forever and ever until the Lord returns. Okay, and you everyday people can't do nothing about it. You all you could do is you know, probably do an uprising, you know, get mad, try to take over the government. But hey, while you people were worried about fucking football, Super Bowl, your 9 to 5 jobs, and, worrying about everything other than, you know, serious stuff, man. Getting right with the Lord, you know. The so-called white man, these elites, okay, they infiltrated America, put their own presidents and peoples in there, in these seats of office and whatnot, and they passed all these laws in secret behind your backs while you're focused on football, or the freaking these celebrities and the biggest news here and there. Oh, so and so had a baby with so and so. So and so cheated on so and so. Oh, this LeBron James won his 4th championship. While these people, these elites, were passing laws where they could take your rights away and give it immunity to ICE and whatnot, and immunity to so Trump could do these things, man. They've been passing laws, all right, for decades. So they were slowly taking away your rights, all right, without even telling you. And now look, now you really can't do shit about it, and that's why, these elites, these higher ups, political people, man, all right, that's why they're okay with releasing these files. They're done denying it now. They're like, fuck it, here you go, read the files. Okay, our name's in it. What you can do about it? All right. Trump is all over in the files, man. His name is all over the files. They have video, not AI, real videos and pictures of Donald Trump buddy with Epstein back in the day, And Donald Trump, is just sitting there like, fake news, move on. Oh, that's fake news, deflecting from the greatness that my tenure has been doing for America. And nobody's arresting Trump. Nobody will arrest Trump, because you people, all right. Donald Trump controls the police. He controls ICE. Slovakia. The United States has literally became a dictatorship under your nose, all right? While you weren't watching. While you were focused on everything else other than serious things going on around the world, man. You're focused on football, celebrity bullshit, local bullshit, 9 to 5 job, your hobbies, while America slowly became a dictatorship, under your nose, behind your back, while you weren't watching, And us men of YAHAWASHI, we knew this. We saw this coming because we were actually paying attention. All right. All thanks to YAHAWASHI giving us the spirit to stay upon our watch, making us the children of the light and not of darkness, like the scriptures say. We were focused on this thing, on these things, man. All right. People call us conspiracy nuts, conspiracy theories, because we are focusing on actual real world things, man. All right. Seeing these laws being passed and us, reporting about it, making videos about it and telling people about it. But people are like, I can, as long as I can still go to my 9 to 5 job and go to the grocery store and buy all the beer and bullshit I want, and do whatever the hell I want on the weekend, I'm good. And it's been like that. And it's going to continue to be like that until it's not like that no more, until the dollar crashes, and these ICE agents go door to door, door to door, door to door, all right, throughout America. Because, hey, these are just the beginning stages, all right? Eventually every door in America will be knocked, all right, and busted through, okay? If it won't be by ICE, it will be by someone else, okay? All right? That's why we need to fear YAHAWASHI and get right with the Lord, all right, so the Lord could protect us, But, hey, Yeah, man, this guy's right. We can't do shit about it. And these people, these regular everyday people, they're the ones surprised. Us men of YAHAWASHI, we're not surprised. We know the power isn't in our hands to do anything about this, man. All we can do is get right with Yahweh, Bashem Yahawashi, serve Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi in truth and sincerity to the best of our ability, in perfect fear, okay? Okay? So that when he returns, that he saves us from the destruction of this wicked kingdom and from these wicked people. Because the Lord is the one who's going to unalive, destroy, put down, put in captivity these wicked Edomites, that are doing all these wicked things to these children and will continue on doing until the Lord returns. We can't do shit about it. You could try, see what happens. There's been many people that have came and gone that tried to, speak out and do something about the wickedness in this kingdom. But they can't do nothing because the power is given to these these wicked Edomites. Okay, that's why they call the Luciferians. That's why they call themselves Lucifer, the Illuminati. And Lucifer, all Lucifer means, that word means light bearer. They have the light. They have the knowledge. They're they got the secrets of what's going on and whatnot. They have the power as well. The Lord has given the power to these Edomites, the wicked, all right, of Esau. I mean, they're all wicked, Okay, the wicked, because that's what the scriptures call them, the border of wickedness. That's why they call themselves the Illuminati, the illuminated ones. Lucifer, they're called Lucifer in the Bible. But hey, man, the Lord Yahawashi, when he returns, he's going to be the one that takes them down, puts them in chains, destroys them by fire, puts them under our feet, put them in chains. We're not going to be able to do none of that. Okay? See, we're not surprised. These people are surprised because they don't know Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi. They're seeking help from Egypt, but Egypt is the same is actually your enemy, and you people are realizing that. Oh, Egypt is our enemy. They're realizing that. Trump, your president, your government ain't for you out here for your best interests. They're not going to make no arrest because that same government is the one in these Epstein files doing this wicked stuff to these children. So who's going to arrest these people? Are you regular, everyday people with these 9-to-5 jobs? Are all of you United States citizens going to rise up together and overthrow the government? No, you can't. You don't have the power to. You could try. There is a ton and a lot of United States citizens, but it's not written in the Bible that that's what's going to happen. What's going to happen is, Yahawashi is going to return and destroy America with nuclear fire. 200 million nuclear missiles. All right. And save his elect from this wicked kingdom, from the destruction. Okay. And whatever Edomites and heathens survive, they're going to go head first into slavery and build up the kingdom of heaven, which will be on earth in righteousness. And the Israelites will rule the earth in immortality with Yahawashi in righteousness, and the earth will become paradise again. Okay? There will be no more child sex trafficking, child unaliving, adrenochrome extracting bullshit, man. That's not going to happen in the kingdom at all. Ever. Okay? So, to say all that, I'm going to bring out some scriptures, man. Nahum 1:3 says, the Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. So the Lord will not at all acquit the wicked, man. Okay? The Lord is not going to allow Esau to rule the whole world forever. The Lord sees the wickedness going on. He sees all this wickedness, going on with, down upon these children and whatnot. The Lord is the one allowing it, But the Lord is letting this devil be wicked and wicked and wicked just for the Lord to show his might and wrath upon these wicked people, these wicked heathens, these wicked Israelites, man. Okay? All right? So the Lord could justify. Well, he's going to justify. He's going to do whatever. The Lord's going to do whatever he wants anyway. But the Lord, is literally showing you his reason why he's going to utterly destroy America off the face of the planet. And these wicked heathens. The Lord is going to show his righteous anger. Okay? People they're going to understand anger when the Lord returns. Righteous anger. Okay? It's going to be justified. More than justified. Because, hey, these wicked things done to these children have been going on for a long ass time. And there's been a lot of things done that we don't know about. Okay? The Epstein files is just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot of stuff that we don't know about. But we're all going to find out about it in the kingdom. Okay? Because we're going to beat these heathens. We're going to whoop their ass to smithereens in the kingdom. But they're going to be our slaves. The scriptures say, do double unto her according to what she has done unto us. I'm talking about America and our enemies. Okay? So it's going to be fully justified, man. All right? Luke 12:3 says, Therefore whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the ear in closets shall be proclaimed upon the housetops. Salakia. So, hey, these things that have been done behind closed doors and in secret to these children, okay? If they be Edomite, heathen, or Israelite children, it don't matter, It's being revealed. The Lord's revealing to the whole world what these wicked ass Edomites have been doing, okay? Adrenochrome extraction, these satanic rituals upon these children. Okay, it's being proclaimed on the housetops, man. Everybody knows now. I mean, people been known, but hey, this information is being revealed. Being not revealed. Yeah, revealed, I guess, for lack of better words, to you everyday Joe Blow, six-pack Joe people, man. All right, you Americans. All right, it's mainstream news now. It's not just conspiracy theory. All right, alternative news. Just some things people talk about. No, it's mainstream news. Zephaniah 3:8. It says, Therefore wait upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. Okay, you hear that? It says, Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. Okay, so yeah, you people can't do shit and aren't gonna do shit. All right, the Lord is the one that's gonna return and rise up to the prey. Who's the prey? Esau, the so-called white man, our enemy, who's been doing these wicked things, not just to children, but to everybody, man, all around the world. Okay, turning these Latino countries into cartel-infested countries. That's not inject to be like that. That's not who we are. But this damn fucking devil has made our people wicked because of the incentives and whatnot, and he's oppressed our people to the point where our people have no choice but to be wicked towards each other. This is therefore weigh ye upon me, saith the Lord, until I rise up to the prey, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. All right, so hey, that's what's gonna happen, man. The Lord's gonna return. All right, start World War III, and in the midst of all this Epstein file bullshit. All right, World War III has already started. World War III is about to pop off, like go full blast. These countries are pissed off at each other. Okay. Countries that haven't been pissed off at each other for more than half a century, they're mad at each other. America and the EU, All right. Iran has declared war on the West, United States and whatnot, and Israel, and, so, etc., other war rumor talks, So the Lord is gathering these nations for World War III. Okay. Because that's what's going to happen right before the Lord returns. And at the same time, World War III is going to pop off. All right. And the conclusion of World War III, the nuclear destruction, is how the Lord's going to destroy this devil and take his kingdom down. All right. I don't want to get this precept. Let's get this one. 2 Ezra 15:1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, the Lord will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." Verse 6, "For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth." You hear that? Wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, man. Okay, everywhere around us is wickedness. Okay, to the nth degree. And their hurtful works are fulfilled. Okay. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness. So the Lord's done. He's done with this Edomite doing his wickedness, man. All right. Which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise. Them exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. You hear that? Because this devil's going to continue on being wicked, until the Lord returns. All right? "And therefore, saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt." Talk about America. All right. So, hey, the Lord is done, and we're seeing the signs of the Lord about to return, and end all of this wickedness. Because the Lord, YAHAWASHI, is going to be the one that ends the tyranny, the wickedness, all right? The hell of Esau, the so-called white man, okay? You regular, everyday people, even me, we can't do nothing. It's not in our power. It's not given to us by the Lord. All right? The Lord wants his son, YAHAWASHI, to end it. And he will, you know? That's why the dream, the Nebuchadnezzar dream that Daniel deciphered, all right, broke down, professed, the statue of this. So let me show you a picture. Why not? Daniel statue dream. Yeah, this one. Let's see if I can get a better picture. Yeah, the head of gold is the Assyrian Babylonian empire. The torso, or the chest and the arms. It's the Medo-Persian Empire. The belly and the thighs, of brass is the Greco Empire, and then the legs, is the Roman Empire, and the feet, all right, a part iron and part clay. That's talking about the American Empire right now, okay, because America's spread out all over the damn place. I mean, America, yeah, there's America, but the philosophies and and whatnot is everywhere. The ways of America, the West, and what happens at the end? Okay, the stone, the rock, that hits the feet. All right, of the toes, the feet, which is part iron and clay, and partly clay. That rock that knocks down the statue hits what? The feet. That's part iron and part clay. It destroys the whole statue, man. And what is that rock? It's YAHAWASHI when he returns. All right, the Son of God, YAHAWASHI. Let's get this one precept. Daniel 2:44 says, And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to another people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. All right, and that's spiritually talking about the statue that I just broke down to you, and Yahushua returning and destroying that statue, symbolizing that rock. It says, but it shall break in pieces. Okay, that statue was broken. It fell, turned and broke into pieces. And that kingdom that shall consume all these kingdoms is talking about the kingdom of heaven, ruled by YAHAWASHI and his elect. Okay? So Yahawashai, our Lord and Savior, our big brother's going to be the one that's going to end all this child sacrifice bullshit going on, man. Okay? All this wickedness. All right? Not you, not regular everyday men. Okay? Oh, Yahawashai is able to. Shalom.